Yo ho ho, Koala crew, good to see you back. One and all. What's cracking? How you been? What have you been up to? What's the village been doing? Well, if you remember from last time, we were, of course, getting pretty hyped about planting some, was it quinces? Oh no, it was the cabbage, wasn't it? It was both, actually. But the cabbages were the last ones off the list. Well, check that out. We've only got 3 buildings now that require maintenance. In other words, we are really chipping away at that tool shortage. Thanks to the smithy and the blacksmith, etc, etc. Okay, the is that food? Ah, the fuel sitch is a bit ordinary. That was probably because of the lack of tools. Look at that. Maintenance status is maintained. Ho 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 ho. Now we're getting it. Now we're getting it. Okay, okay. So, the next thought was, of course, a tavern. Put it there. Why not? That music's getting pretty keen, isn't it? Put it right at the intersection. Nah, we'll put it just to the side. Let's not knock down that tree, eh? That'd be pretty cool. You got the... Ooh, we just snuck in. Cool. People can chill out in the beer garden under the shade of that tree. Beer? Ale. Same diff, isn't it? And... will we do the church there now? We were thinking about that. First, I wonder what we do here. Look at that. Okay, so it has been designated as an orchard. That's right. We remember. 351 to plant pears there. I guess it's quite a space, eh? There'd be quite a few trees. Same with this one, eh? That might be a veggie patch. I wonder though, can we just buy more chickens somewhere? Or do we have to keep... Okay, let's go let's go check out somewhere that's got some chickens and see, can we just add to them? Or no, we have to... Nah. That doesn't make sense, does it? We buy livestock here at the livestock trading post. Okay. No chickens for sale. That's cool. That's cool. I do wonder. I really wonder though. If we... Okay, here's a test. What if we just check out the price of putting chickens on this thing here? 20. Provides a passive yield of eggs, and every fourth yield provides chicken. And it's 20 clams if we buy them at that location, or if we buy them for that location. And what about this one? Hey, what's going on here? Why can't we... ¿Por qué? That's strange. Shouldn't it be okay for a, for an extension? That's what this one called itself. Huh. Huh, huh, huh. Same with that. Okay. Okay. We need to find an empty one that's got a big... Yeah, look. Extension. Why is... That's weird. And this one isn't saying we can put a specific type of seed or whatever there. Huh. Interesting, huh? Interesting. Interesting. Well, let's try this one with chickens. I wonder if we can change it later. Let's find out, gang. Boink. Okay, there's only two places that need... The saw pit needs maintenance, okay. And the logging camp. Cool. Got you covered. There should be some tools on their way to you quite soon. Okay, this blacksmith is operational. What about the armourer? Let's restart that. There is the first blacksmith here, right? Okay, it's operational too. Well, the smithy can only produce tools, so how about iron parts? What are they for? That looks like a spur that you put on a cowboy boot. I wonder if they had those back in the medieval times. Pole arms. That thing looks deadly. Side arms, as in swords, spears. Alright, for a little while we will push out some swords. Why not? From that one. So from the other one, why don't we throw out something different? Pole arms. Let's go. And I guess it makes sense to start giving these guys... Wow, you don't need... yeah. You don't need a surplus of 98 planks there, bro. What are you gonna do? Do you even have space for 98 planks in your property? We want to know. Were you going to sell them out the back door, were you? Ah, that's what this little laneway's for. Some shifty business was going to go on. The koala crew knows what you're up to. Okay, to begin with, we'll do helmets here. Later we'll do mail and plate armor. And this one, of course, was swords, right? Cool. Okay. What do we think? It's time for... Oh, look at that. No more red alerts. That means it's a sweet time for a bit of a... Yup. Up. Okay. Something popped up. a new thing to check out. Here we are. That is our approval rating. Well, slow down there, cameraman. Everyone's going to get dizzy. We can see there, all I can figure is, I don't know how to find that symbol. That looks like bread to me. Almost like they're running low on bread, perhaps, or they want more bread. Because look where it's, over here it's kind of a better looking green, and this is a bit lighter, so perhaps they are in more need of food than this house, for example. And I'm sure we all remember that the farmland that Knappenfeld has is quite ordinary, to say the least. So let's have a look over here. I think this might be the only decent area that we've got, or that we've got left. So yeah, we probably need 2 fields active every year at least, because we yes, so if we want 2 new fields, so these 2 plus another 2 active this year, we had better create another 2 fields. So let's do it. If we remember, the size of the thing was it 3 Morgan? And of course we can do pretty much whatever shape we want, I believe. 4.5, how can you... 2... Hang on, okay, let's do it a bit more like this then. And I think could we sort of follow the border? Okay, nope, whatever. Wow, 5.8 Morgan. Whoa, 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 whoa. We might shrink that just a bit, eh? That might have been a bit too keen, Koala Crew. Joink. What do we think? Junk. Wow, it's still 5.6. Alright. Let's do 2. This way. Donk. Okay, so that's 2.8. It's 3. But it's in that ordinary zone, right? Let's go bidonk. Avoid that ordinary looking land. Bidink. Okay, that's 3 point something. Go 3.5. Sounds pretty cool. Why not? Yep. Why not? Fields can be any shape we want them to be. Look at that, nice little green patch. Will this be 3 as well? Okay, 3.7. Yeah. Why? Yeah. Maybe we'll cut this section out by doing something more like that. Jonk. Jonk. You can only use 4 plot points for anything that we do. Cool. 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 3.5. Okay. September's here. Hang on. Don't muck around too much. We got a lot of work to do. All hands on deck. Is there anywhere that we've got extra people working where they may not need to be at the moment? Yep, smithy. The corpse bit. Cool. We finished burying those nugudniks. How are we off for timber? Oh, we've got a lot of timber. 160. Just while we are in the busy part of the year. Let's take families off of that. And put families onto... Well, okay, these new places. Okay. We will probably have to build a farmhouse over here. What? Should we do it now? Okay, you can't go through the zone of something else. Should we do it now? Yes, I guess. Why not? Or do we just build a farmhouse here? Is that close enough? Farming. Farmhouse. Yep, build it on top of that not a so good land. How's that look? How does that look? Koala Crew. Ah, the church wants to go here. Another little road. Alongside the tavern. People can say, I live in... Oh, I hang out. I work in the farmhouse just near the tavern. That's where I'm at. Cool. Cool. And done. So, what do we want to do here this year? I think we might need to go... Oh, look at the wheat. That is a sweet harvest. 61%. Whoops. That's fallow for the moment. Doesn't matter. We don't mind. Okay, get more families onto the land. Livestock. We did have good old Ott. Yeah, look, here we go. The harvest has begun. Oh, fantastic. So this is our first flax crop. Cool. Cool. Okay. Anywhere else we can... There we go. We can scavenge a couple of families from... Nope, saw pit, as we just learnt, can only have one family on it. That's cool. Forester's hut. There's no, Just take them off for this harvest season. There's no logging camp over here, so those foresters may not have been doing all that much anyway, because I hadn't assigned them a new area to plant. So I'll just do this for when they do come back to work. Here we go. We're cooking with gas now. The villagers are saying, what? Gas? What are you talking about? We cook with firewood. That's mad talk. Cooking with gas. Who ever heard of such a thing? Okay, we're up around the 20-minute mark. Harvest is pretty easy. Since these are pretty decent sized fields, do we assign another ox? At least for this moment in time, why not? Okay, one and all, if these videos are your cup of tea, as we say, if you think they're not so bad, then yeah, like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. Maybe throw a little comment down below so we can have a bit of fun with that. And of course that'll help other people find all this stuff so they can join him too. As always, I will say, take good care of yourselves, and I will see you very soon. Ho 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 ho. Multiplication.